Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dave, and in this Magento Basics tutorial, you're going to learn how to change M2EPro to advanced mode in your Magento system.
That's right, so let's jump across to Magento and we'll catch up with you there in a few moments' time. So Dave, we've come across to our Magento admin area, and to change M2EPro from simple mode to the advanced mode, it's really straightforward. Now a little note here is ours is actually already set to advanced. So we're guessing you're watching this tutorial and you want to change it to advanced mode from simple mode. So if you go to sell on eBay and then go into configuration, if you then click on the general tab on the left hand side, now already note that we have got additional tabs up here which you won't be seeing in your Magento system just yet. So I'm just going to highlight this section for you. So where it says general and you've got the mode, yours will be saying simple. What you'll need to do is change that to advanced and then press save on the right hand side. Now you will then start seeing some additional tabs at the top. And what we would suggest here is don't panic just yet. We're going to give you a quick overview to what these additional tabs are. And Dave, I think it's also worth mentioning or suggesting that if you're listening to this, that you go and watch the M2EPro setup wizard, because that will take them through the different stages and introduce them into policies and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you head over to understandinge.com, and we have a specific course all about setting up M2EPro, and in one of our tutorials, we make the point of selecting the advanced mode in M2EPro when you first set it up. But if you haven't met us already, and this is your first time, and you've done what most people would do, and you've just gone for the simple route, and then realize that actually there's a few limitations, you might want policy, or you probably do want policies, in which case you will need advanced mode. And that's what we're going to be quickly running through here with you and showing you what these are, what you've just been enabled in your system. But if you want a much more detailed look, then if you look on the screen right now, we can see we have installing and configuring M2EPro for eBay, and that's where we'll walk you through all what advanced M2EPro mode has.
That's right, so you learn about policies and why they're just like cookie cutters to help you. And we go through setting up a listing group as well in M2EPro. So the course which you're after is setting up M2EPro. It is a free course and we'd strongly suggest that you take a look at that. Now, with that said, let's get back to Magento. Okay, and I did say that we're quickly going to run through some of these settings, because the moment you turn this on, then lots of new settings are going to appear in front of you. So the first thing is that we don't have negative feedback alerts enabled in our account. You could enable those if you wanted to. By the way, as a priority measure, that would be low priority. You need to go into policies, which we'll point out in a few moments. You can also prevent eBay duplicates from being listed, and especially if you sell parts within the motors category on eBay, you can set up the K-types or the parts compatibilities from this section. You'll have a policies tab along the top. Policies are like cookie cutters, aren't they, Dave? Just like to make a cookie, that you just push the cookie cutter down to make another cookie. With a policy, they're broken up, and the M2EPro has multiple different policies in their system. So they have payment, shipping, returns, price, quantity and format, description, and also synchronization policies. And they allow you to template your listing to eBay. Okay, so we're not just talking about an eBay listing template. We're suggesting and pointing out that with M2EPro, you can do advanced things, such as making a payment policy. So maybe you have one payment policy for one group of products, and maybe it's slightly different for another set of products, for example. Dave, shipping, much better example.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got products which you can only send via courier, for example, because you can't send them via raw mail. So you can have one shipping policy which has raw mail and courier, and then you can have another policy which is just for courier, or maybe another one just for raw mail. And you just name those policies aptly, and you can then apply them to one or more of your products.
Exactly. It saves you having to fill in those details for every single product. You can create those policies once, and you could apply them to hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of products. It just saves that repetitive nature of filling in that information. Same with returns and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, because you've turned on the advanced mode, you get more options available within those. Now, you'll probably have another one or two tabs. They're really straightforward to pick up. Just to point out, you are now in Sell in eBay and then in Configuration, and you'll have some new tabs up here at the top. The other section which we've changed heavily for you is that if you go to Sell on eBay and then into Listings, now we do have a lot of listing groups within our system because we've set M2EPro up to sell internationally on different eBay sites and also for multiple eBay accounts as well. If you want to add a new listing group with an M2EPro, you can click on Add Listing. Okay, and that's probably what we would suggest you do after watching this tutorial. Go and add a new listing group. And the reason why we're suggesting that is because if I go and click on that button a moment and quickly just type in delete me, for example, and go straight across, is because it will now take you through the steps of creating policies. If you wanted to create a payment policy, can you see that me and Dave with our system, we can just drop down that option and we don't need to worry about the payments. And the same for shipping. Oh, look, we've got a policy in here, Dave, called RoyalMail 48 free plus courier 6.99. Bang, details done. In fact, let me just quickly do returns as well. That now means that every time we add a product to that listing group, if we carried on and went through the different settings, is that all of those defaults are now applied to that product or range of products which we've been added to that listing group within M2EPro. Now again, we're assuming that you're new and you've not seen this before, so I'm just going to point out one really crucial part for you, which is that, let me just go back and change that to custom settings. Is that what you can do is once you've been put, like maybe put your PayPal email address in there and chosen that PayPal is accepted, is that if you then click the Save as New Policy button, that's where you can give the policy a name. Again, our eBay ID is called OSOU, so we would call ours Payment Policy OSOU and then hit Confirm. Okay, and that then means that you can then choose that from a drop-down box. And of course, if you needed to change one of those policies, so Dave, let's imagine that we changed our PayPal email address. Instead of going through each individual listing or going into each listing group, what we can then now do, because we've got the advanced mode turned on, is go into Sell on eBay Configuration, click on our Policies tab, find our payment policies, which just so happen in our case is on the next page. So I'm going to click across a page. Payment, there we go. So we got payment policies for the United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, and another one for the United Kingdom. We can just click into those and change our PayPal email address and then just go and revise our items on eBay. Nice and straightforward. Let me get back to where we originally started, which was Sell on eBay and then listing. Sorry, I know I'm going off topic here, but there's going to be a lot of new sections for you in M2EPro.
It's like having one of your eyes closed and we just opened it and you've gone, oh wow, look at all these cool things that are here.
So go into, and again, we're just picking on one of our test listing groups. Also, just to point out up here, you can edit your settings by clicking the edit setting buttons, and that's where you can go and change your selling, synchronization, payment and shipping. You don't want to touch rules yet. Okay, that's an advanced topic. Again, we're assuming you just turned it on. Ignore the rules. It's the first three which you're after. Add products is probably very similar to what you've had before. And of course, look out for the view modes in the middle. And of course, if you get stuck with any of these options, actually, let me just get this up on the screen. If you nip across to understandinge.com/Magento-tutorials, the one which you're after is called Setting Up M2EPro. It will take you and will take you through the different steps, and you'll learn about policies and how to use listing groups and stuff like that with Magento and M2EPro. So congratulations on moving to the advanced mode. This is where all the cool settings are for you. And of course, if you get stuck, you've got myself and Dave and a community of over 6,000 business owners like you over at Understanding E, which can give you a hand. So on that note, from myself, Matt.
And from me, Dave.
Cheerios. So for myself, Matt.
And me, Dave.
We hope that you found this video tutorial helpful.
If you have, then let us know by leaving a thumbs up on this video below or subscribing to our YouTube channel.
We believe to use Magento, you don't need a degree in Nerd, and we've created you over 300 step-by-step video tutorials at understandinge.com to help you.
In these tutorials, you'll learn how to use Magento with no prior knowledge,
how to build a fully responsive Magento website for just $99, which is about 65 quid.
How you can use Magento to sell on eBay and Amazon with M2EPro.
And you'll be joined by over 6,000 fellow business owners just like you.
And the best part is, it's free to join.
So for myself, Matt,
and me, Dave,
we'll see you there. Cheerios!